If you have one or two straggling ants, it's difficult to control them. You have to wait till there's enough of them so you can follow the trail back to where they're entering your house. I was able to follow these ants to a location under my windowsill where they were entering my house. That is where we want to start to place our bait. Now, the ants are being attracted to the Opti Gel bait that I put out, so you can see them gathering. And I want them to go to the bait, but I don't want them to continue spreading into my other areas of my house. The ants are coming in up underneath my windowsill right here, so I've got a helping of that bait there as well. This is the bait that I use, OptiGuard, which is a gel bait, and that goes pretty much anywhere on any wall upside down, which works really great. And you can see that they're all gathering to that bait right there, and they're going to take that back to the nest, so it'll kill the nest. So I don't want to just totally kill everybody. I want them to go to the bait, but I want to corral them in a certain area so they don't spread out. So I use the cinnamon to keep them in a particular area so that they will just eat the bait and take that back to their home. So place a small amount of petroleum jelly, maybe half a teaspoon or so. Put that on some sort of a plate, and then put a bunch of powdered cinnamon or ground cinnamon in there. And you want a nice thick paste. So I'm just going to mash this together and mix it up. So we end up with this nice thick cinnamon paste, petroleum jelly and cinnamon paste. And now I'm just going to take some and put some on my finger, and I'm going to put it on the wall where I want to contain the ant movement. So I don't want them to go past this point right here. I'm just going to smear that down my wall, and I know that it's just petroleum jelly, so it'll wipe off at a later date without any problem. But the ants will not cross this line. You can see them already there being flustered by that. And if I just continue to put it where I want to keep them from going, and I want to contain them in a certain area so that they eat my bait, but they don't continue to spread throughout my house or on my kitchen counters. Here we can see the ants will not cross that cinnamon line. This helps contain them in an area so that we can keep them around the bait and not all over my house. So more and more of my ant friends have found a way around the wall, so I'm going to have to put a barrier down here. But when you have a large number of ants, they need to want to remove them quickly. Rather than smashing all of them, I'm just going to use my vacuum cleaner and suck them up. I'm just going to go ahead and put some powdered cinnamon down here. And then I'm going to use a business card, someone's business card. I'm just going to create a little wall. So I can close off my containment area. And there's a little spot here on the wall they can get through. So I'm going to find some more of that paste and put a little spot right there. That should lock them out completely as soon as I fill that gap right there. So I've completed my area. I haven't seen any of the ants figure out how to come up and go around here yet. So I'm going to leave that open for right now. They seem to be contained on this wall or on my countertop. So we're just going to let that go, and I'm going to continue to check on straggling ants that may have gotten outside the wall, and we'll take care of them on a one-to-one basis. But I'll come back in a few hours later today, and they'll be all gone, And I can leave this up for a little bit, or I can just wipe it off the wall afterwards. This will clean right off since it's just petroleum jelly and cinnamon. This is one day later, and the ants are all gone. They ate the bait and took it back to the nest. This is day 2 of the ant attack. All the ants are gone except for this one straggler. And now I will use a wet paper towel to wipe the cinnamon off the wall and off my countertop. Then I will finish it up by using some silicone or some caulking compound to seal the area where the ants were entering into my house.